bitches.
Good morning, USA!
Good morning, USA!
Yo 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 yo.
I didn't even see you there, Envy.
Good morning, Angela Yee. Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump day.
Already.
Yes, it's Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
Middle of the
work week.
That's right.
And it's been like that for a long time, for as far as I can remember.
What, that Wednesday's been
Wednesday
the
has
middle
always been the middle of the week.
It always
Technically,
has.
Thursday is the middle of the week, though. Because it's actually 7 days in a week.
Well, middle of the work week is
Middle
like
of the
Wednesday.
work week is Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless
Absolutely.
you work on Saturday.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Now, today is supposed to be a beautiful day in New York. I don't know what's going on. It's going to be 58 degrees today, 60 degrees tomorrow. I don't know what's going on with the
I know
world.
that means nothing to you in Miami.
Right.
Or
Or anywhere else.
Houston or anywhere
But
else.
it's great here.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. Now, what
Let's
you
see
guys
if
did
it's
yesterday?
cold in a D. I went to go see that movie, Sisters, which I was super excited to go see.
What's
So
about?
I went to that premiere. It's a Tina Fey, Amy Poehler movie, and the two girls are sisters, and their parents are selling their house, so they moved back to Orlando, Florida, and they are just kind of having one last big party in the house. And as you can imagine, a lot of things go.
Ain't they grown as hell, Tina?
Yeah, they're grown. They go back home because their parents are selling the house that they grew up in.
Oh, okay.
But they both kind of don't have their lives together, so it was an experience for them to try to figure it out. But it was really funny.
So they're basically trying to live out their old wild out days, basically.
And I found out Tina Fey was actually there. I was mad. I don't
You
know.
ain't get no picture for the gram, though.
I thought about it.
So she wasn't even there. She come in here lying, talking about
I
Tina
thought
Fey was
about
there.
it, and I was like, I can't run up
If
on
you didn't get no picture, it didn't happen. You ain't meet no Tina Fey yet.
But I just want to say I was excited because I love funny movies, so I had a good time.
Okay. What about you, Charlamagne?
Well, yesterday I was filming my show, Uncommon Sense. Tonight is the fall finale. We'll be back in February, I believe.
Okay.
I love
So
it.
it comes on tonight, 11 p.m. on MTV2. And I was working with the woman who I think should run for president, Cardi B.
Really?
Cardi B, she's I can do all things through Cardi B, who strengthens me.
I would definitely vote for her.
Absolutely.
Well, definitely if she's running against
I
Donald
need
Trump.
to find out what her campaign
If
is.
you don't know who Cardi B is, you'll find out when Love and Hip Hop premieres next Monday on VH1. In the meantime, you can follow her at I Am Cardi B on Instagram. But she'll be on Uncommon Sense tonight at 11 p.m. on MTV2.
Yeah, I think Cardi B's stopping by here next week, so we'll kick it with Cardi B next week. But let's get
Because
the
Love
show
and Hip Hop
cracking.
New York starts on Monday, right? The new season.
Now, we got front page news.
Yes, we are going to talk about Donald Trump. There's been some backlash about his plan of not letting any Muslims in the country.
You think?
So we'll tell you what might have happened. Also, it's the holiday season, and you got to be careful of people stealing packages from your front porch.
All right, all that and more. Keep it locked. Breakfast Club. Me, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, in sports, Cavs beat the Blazers, Warriors beat the Pacers, Nets beat the Rockets, Thunder beat the Grizzlies, Magic beat the Nuggets, and the Kings beat the Jazz. Now, let's talk about Donald Trump.
Well, we already discussed Donald Trump calling for the United States to refuse the entry of foreign Muslims. And now they are saying this could disqualify him from presidency. According to the White House press secretary, he said the fact is what Donald Trump said disqualifies him from serving as president, not to mention the fact that non-discrimination and equal treatment are a pillar of not just American values, but of our immigration and our admission policies in this country. And the State Department remains totally committed to treating all religions with respect and without discrimination. So Donald Trump, however, still stands by his ideas. Here's what he had to say.
Your party leaders reject this notion.
I don't care about them. Look.
Well, who do you care
I've been
about?
a politician
Do
for
you
6
have to
months
impress
because I'm
anybody
doing
but
what's
yourself
right.
with these
I'm doing
ideas?
what's right. I don't care. I mean, maybe
How do you
this
know
would
it's
be
right
good for
to
me,
exempt
maybe
an
it will be bad.
entire
I don't even
class of
think of it
people,
that
an
way.
entire
I
religion?
only know this. We have people out there that want to do great. They want our buildings to come down. They want our cities to be crushed. They are living within our country, and many of them want to come from outside of our country. I am saying that until we figure this out, we should have a ban. It's very simple.
I'm pretty sure that Donald Trump is a terrorist. That's who I think.
Sounds
That's
like
who
it.
I think is a terrorist. Donald freaking Trump.
Well,
Now, let
he
me ask
might
you a
be
question.
disqualified. I hope he should be for saying that a whole entire religion.
Is that a real thing, though?
I
Like,
don't
can you
know.
really be disqualified?
Yeah,
for running
you
for
can't
president?
just say anything.
He's been saying everything for a long time.
But who
now.
disqualifies you?
According to the White House, they can say right now the press secretary, everybody, and and the Republicans can say, listen, you cannot run for president. This is not what we stand for as a party. But as a country, you cannot say, hey, you can't come into our country because of your religion.
Well, I asked some of my people yesterday, and they said he's not truly disqualified. The president simply said his comments should disqualify him.
Right.
But I'm like, I never heard of being disqualified.
Nah, he's not disqualified.
Because by the time it hit Twitter yesterday, he was disqualified. I was like, what?
Oh, no, they won him. They believe the White House spokesman said that he should be disqualified. And the Pentagon spokesman said that those comments put the United States national security at risk.
That is a fact. Yeah. That is a fact. By him saying that is a fact.
And you know what? I was watching the news this morning, and they were talking about all these different mosques that are getting all these hate mails from people that are threatening to kill them, telling them that they are, just craziness. So now this put a lot of people at risk.
Well, America just needs to stand up and say, yo, he's not with us. Okay,
they've been saying that for a while. They've been saying that for a long time.
People that agree now with his ideologies is crazy.
Listen, the same way black people leave Dr. Ben Carson out to dry, white people, y'all got to leave Donald Trump out to dry. Right? Like he's not with y'all. Say Muslims, he's on his own.
Now let's talk about these holiday packages.
Well, you guys be careful out there because a lot of times, especially around this time, they said about 10% of people are affected by this package theft. Some people, especially now around the holidays, they know you're getting things delivered and they see stuff on the porch and they just walk over there and take your stuff. They actually found, I think the police chief somewhere in Polk County or something, his wife was stealing packages and they got that. It's embarrassing. But anyway, what they are saying you should do is schedule package deliveries for when you know you'll be home. If you can't be home, then you should have your package delivered somewhere else where somebody will be there, and also require a signature for delivery. That's the main thing. But what they are doing now is they are delivering fake packages that are really just bait packages with a GPS unit. So the average person doesn't know it's a fake package with a GPS unit in it. And then they can track it when somebody takes that box and go and sit. A lot of times they go to that person's home or wherever and they find more things that person stole.
If you live in the hood, you might want to be there to sign for the package yourself. Okay.
Absolutely.
And
it's always been weird to me that you could leave a package just outside on the doorstep.
They do it all the time, though.
I know they do.
All the time.
I live in a nice Orthodox Jewish neighborhood. Nobody steals off my porch. Just want to throw that out there.
Well,
Nah, you done moved on up, boy. You all right?
But if I lived in a neighborhood...
Well, in that case, if you were planning to steal, maybe you should leave where you're at and go to a nice neighborhood.
That is true. That's what I would do. I don't know why. I never understood why dudes from the hood steal from other people from the hood. If you're going to steal, you ride through these nice-ass neighborhoods.
Well, people do that.
Where people feel comfortable enough to leave their stuff on the porch and you come up.
The difference is if you ride through those neighborhoods, you look like a sore thumb. Exactly. There you go. There you go.
Well, they said people are actually following the UPS trucks to see, and then when the truck pulls off,
Got him. All right. Well, that's front page news. Now tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're pissed off, you need to vent. Call us right now. Maybe somebody pissed you off. You need to get something off your chest so you can have a great day. 800-585-1051. Call us right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You know what makes me mad? Ask for the truth, but can't handle the truth. Right? Now tell them why you mad on the Breakfast Club, bitches.
I'm mad because I'm pregnant and my hair's not done.
Well, why you don't get your hair done?
Because I don't feel like it. I'm too lazy.
Well, at least you already pregnant, so
you should get a little low haircut like Amber Rose.
Imagine all the girls who hair not done and they can't get a guy to come in there.
Charlamagne.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
I listen to you every morning. I'm in love with you.
I'm in love with you, too. But listen, you need to be thankful for what you have. You got a baby in your stomach. Imagine all the girls who don't have their hair done right now, but they not pregnant. They can't get a guy to shoot their club up.
Where your baby daddy at?
I don't know.
You don't even know who your baby daddy is.
Type.
Yes.
I don't know who my baby daddy is.
Tell the truth, baby. Be honest with me. You don't know. You got two in the possible.
Oh my goodness. Hello, who's this?
Yo, good morning.
Hey, tell them why you mad.
I'm mad because I'm sick of hearing about Americans being insensitive to Muslims.
Don't say American. Say Donald Trump. Don't lump us in with him.
What about the families in California? How insensitive are we being to them? I haven't heard any names. I haven't heard nothing about them.
Oh, so you agree with Donald Trump?
I agree with him to an extent. I think there needs to be something done, kind of like people saying gun control needs to be controlled. I agree that they need to be a little bit more particular on who they give guns to, but We also need to be a little bit more particular about who you let in this country.
And let me say something, right? What if I got on this radio and I said, I think we need to ban all white men until we figure out who's racist and who may shoot up a church? What if I said that? Wouldn't that sound stupid?
It doesn't make any sense, man.
Okay, so Donald Trump don't make no damn sense either.
How come people are allowed to have different opinions than you? They're not allowed to have different opinions than you.
You can have any opinion you want, but to be president of the United States, you can't go against the policies of what this country stands for.
Okay. Well, he's out there. He's trying to protect you from, everybody from danger. That's what he's.
So what if I was Muslim? Would I feel protected from danger?
Listen, who's gonna protect me from the next Dylan Roof? Who's going to protect me from the next police officer?
Next thing you know, something else might happen, and he might say, no Chinese people are allowed to come here.
Who's going to protect me from the next police officer that may profile me and shoot me?
Tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, you can call us right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Good morning. This is the Mad Rapper. I'm going to tell you why, man. I'm mad because I hung out in the club last night, and there was so many good girls in there. Yo, for real, we don't need none of y'all good girls in the club. We need loose girls, we need drunk girls, we need sloppy girls. We need girls that's just going to go away. We don't need none of y'all nice girls in there. Go home. Go away. Talk about it. And tell me why you mad. Breakfast Club, for real.
This Mystic.
Hey, Mystic.
What up? I had a partner. She wasn't even somebody I consider a friend. But people come around me when they know that I got resources or something. So basically, he guilted me into loaning him some money. He already owed me about 30. Then he guilted me into loaning him some more, talking about how I get everything for free and I got all this stuff coming to me. Now, I'm surviving off of a student loan, okay? I'm not even employed by someone else other than myself. This man knows I got children. He knows it's the holidays. He gets a check every single month. Why he want to dip on the night before where he always tells, whoever he owes, I'm going to get it the night before, blah, blah, blah. So I go over there. I'm not the only one. It's 4 and 5 other people over there. It was the night that he got his little change, like everybody knows, okay?
What, you got a tax return or student loan return?
I don't get no check for no mental disorders and nothing. This man claiming PTSD.
You sound like you hating. You better get you an abbreviation.
Baby, I'm not hating. Let me tell you something.
She want her money.
Listen, you can't be mad at people who manipulate the system, okay? Because you sound like you're mad that you didn't do it first.
Because he manipulated me, and it would never happen again.
All right, listen, so it's a lesson learned. That's what it is.
Did you have sex with him?
Of course not. And this
okay, did you give him fellatio?
No.
Okay, so you didn't really lose anything, boo. Stop it.
When someone says, can I borrow, and they say I'm going to give it back to you on the 1st because they get their check on the 1st.
Who still falls for that?
This is not, I'm not the only one.
Stop it.
All right, but listen, that is just a lesson learned for you, okay, girl? You got to take that, put it behind you, and learn from your mistakes.
You should never blame a single mother for helping somebody.
We're not blaming you. We're just saying it's a lesson learned.
Yeah, let the woman vent.
Yes, but it's all good, but I just let it
I'm really sorry to hear that. You got to chalk this one up as a loss and say, I'm never going to let this happen to me again.
Venting. Let her vent. Well, you have a good morning. I hope you have a better day now, mama.
Listen, lesson learned.
For everybody, because my cousin did it to me. Your family can do it to you. Anybody. So yes,
absolutely.
Lesson learned. Let me give you a pro tip. I don't know why this lady had to learn this lesson so late in life. If a black person says, "Hey, can I borrow some money? I'll pay you back on the 1st," say no.
That's not necessarily true. Tell them why you're mad.
85% of the time.
All right, I can agree with that. We got rumors coming up.
Yes, we are going to talk about a show that is having way, way lower ratings than they normally do. We'll tell you what we think happened. Also, you won't believe who now has their own podcast on open marriage. We'll tell you what couple is doing that.
All right, all that and more. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, we're arguing behind the scenes. So I don't know what we're teasing, but let's just get to the rumors. It's the Breakfast Club.
Listen up. It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip with Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, Kim Kardashian is trying to lose some weight, and you're not going to see her until she loses those pregnancy pounds. According to the New York Daily News, they said she's in the house with Kanye and North, and of course with the newest baby, Saint West, and she's going to wait until she loses that weight. Now, when she had Northwest, she waited 6 months before going back out, so we might not see her for a little while. In the meantime, let's talk about the Twitter handle for Saint West. There was a little bit of a to-do over that. Now, apparently, there was a rapper who is from Canada, who owned the page, St. West, but he hasn't used his Twitter account since 2011. So, automatically on Twitter, if you haven't used your account in 6 months, they can take it from you. Well, as soon as they took it from him, somebody else snatched it up, and it wasn't the Kardashians. And then I guess that person did follow Kim and Kanye, so they're trying to work something out already behind the scenes with that Twitter handle. So
why the hell are they thinking about Twitter for a newborn?
Yeah, that seems crazy.
I don't know.
What does it matter if somebody owns the Twitter handle St. West at this point in the game?
I mean, I guess maybe I don't know why they wouldn't have snatched it up themselves before they announced the name. I would have tried to
probably just thought of the name at the hospital. I don't know if they knew the name that
It's
early.
a newborn. By the time he get old enough to start using social media, we'll be moved on from Twitter.
That's right. It'll be something else. He probably have a nickname.
They probably don't care.
Yeah.
All right, now Real Housewives of Atlanta, they're saying the ratings for that show have been dropping steadily. Now, normally that show gets about a 3.5, but they lost 700,000 viewers again, so it's down to a 2.8. And what they're saying is the season has been the worst. Even last Sunday, it had a terrible 2.6 rating share. And they're saying part of the reason is when they watch Real Housewives of Atlanta and the whole Real Housewives franchise, they like to see the women kind of, laughing at each other. We laugh at them being themselves. But on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's a lot of fights. A lot of women fighting with each other, and that's not what they really want to see on that show in particular. So.
Well, you don't want these ratings then. You don't want Black Twitter tweeting about your show if you ain't on there fighting. But we will be watching Love and Hip Hop New York on Monday. Mm-hmm. Okay? Some good fights going down on there from what I heard.
All right, and Monique and her husband are doing their own podcast now. It's going to be debuting January 11th. It's called Monique and Sydney's Open Relationship. They're going to talk to you about, I guess, real talk, real honesty, real love. Now, she tweeted out, Sydney and I are excited about the podcast coming. Are you ready for real talk, honesty, and love? Oftentimes, the people that have the most to say about relationships aren't in one. Be careful who you get your food for the soul from. So that's what she has to say.
All right.
And, she's already said previously that her husband can do other things. And she said that she even goes out on the road and sometimes wants to F other people. So there you have it. And that is your Rumor Report. I'm Angela Yee.
All right, Miss Yee. When we come back, we got front page news. We'll tell you about Donald Trump. Is he disqualified? We'll tell you about it when we come back.
Oh, God.
We'll tell you about it when we come back. Keep it locked. Breakfast Club. Let's get some front page news. Now, NBA sports. Cavs beat the Blazers. Warriors beat the Pacers. Nets beat the Rockets. Thunder beat the Grizzlies. The Magic beat the Nuggets. And the Kings beat the Jazz. Now, disqualified. Is Trump disqualified?
Well, according to the White House spokesman, his comment was, the fact is, what Donald Trump said yesterday disqualifies him from serving as president. Here is what Donald Trump said, and he stands by what he said about Muslims being banned from entering the United States.
Your party leaders reject this notion.
I don't care about them. Look.
Well, who do you care
I've been
about?
a politician
Do you
for 6
have to
months
impress
because
anybody but yourself with these
I'm doing
ideas?
what's right. I don't care. I mean, maybe
how do you
this
know
would
what's
be
right
good for
to
me,
exempt
maybe
an
it will be bad.
entire
I don't even
class of
think of it
people,
that
an
way.
entire
I
religion?
only know this. We have people out there. They want our buildings to come down. They want our cities to be crushed. They are living within our country, and many of them want to come from outside of our country. I am saying that until we figure this out, we should have a ban. It's very simple.
I feel that Donald Trump is actually a terrorist. And I think it's a damn shame that you can't actually disqualify someone from running for president.
So you can't disqualify somebody, or can you?
Well, in certain states, they are challenging his eligibility to appear on the ballot. Like in New Hampshire, the Republican Party is doing that. They said a major presidential candidate has never been disqualified from that ballot, but they're saying different states are actually trying to get him removed from the Republican ballot. So
they'll just run as an independent then, if that happens. So there's no disqualification process.
So
but some people feel like disqualifying him wouldn't be the best move to try to do that. They said just let it take its course because they feel like his supporters won't be there for a general election, and, it is what it is.
We hope so. That's a hell of a gamble, but the way it looks like right now, he has a lot of support outside of the establishment. It seems like there's a whole bunch of people that think like Donald Trump that are riding with him.
Well, they were cheering during his little briefing.
Well, I guess those are people who went there to support him, though. So, of course, they're cheering, right?
Yeah, that's like going to a concert because you actually want to see the person perform.
Right.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people there.
Is he just walking down the street?
There's a lot of protests today actually happening against him.
Is he walking down the street and people just passing out when they see him like they do Beyonce, just randomly? No, I don't know.
And there's a lot of Republicans that actually don't agree with him, and a lot of people have some harsh words for what Donald Trump has had to say. I mean, even the White House press secretary Josh Earnest said for Republican candidates for president to stand by their pledge to support Mr. Trump, that in and of itself is disqualifying. The question now is about the rest of the Republican Party and whether or not they're going to be dragged into the dustbin of history with him.
I mean, you got to think. I'm sure that real politicians do not look at him as a viable candidate.
A lot of people that are Republicans want him off the ballot.
That's what I'm saying. Real politicians do not look at him as a viable candidate at all, I'm sure.
Now, let's talk about holiday packages being stolen.
Well, y'all be careful out there because apparently this is the time that people are stealing packages. It's the busiest time of the year for shipping, and police departments are putting out alerts. Now, here's 3 things you can do to kind of help prevent that. Don't schedule your package deliveries for when you know make sure you schedule your deliveries for when you know you'll be home. If you're not home, have that package delivered to an alternate location. I get things shipped to my job a lot of times because I know I'm here or somebody will have it.
No, you get them shipped to my crib. That's where you get them shipped to.
Shut up. But yes, I do that too. And also require a signature for a delivery. That way, if there's no signature, there's no delivery. They're not going to just leave the package on your steps. But some people are actually following around delivery trucks trying to get those packages. Also, they are now doing this thing with delivery services. They're putting a GPS unit inside of these bait packages. So it's a box that has a GPS unit in it. So when people try and steal that, they can track that person, go to their home, and see if they've stolen other packages.
There's somebody out there thinking right now, I'm going to steal the GPS device, too, and sell that as well. I'm going to get that off in the street.
And they're going to find you.
All right. Well, that's front page news. Now, when we come back, let's talk smartphones and your man or your woman. So is your smartphone better than your man or your woman? That's the question.
I think I spend more time with my smartphone.
What? We'll talk about it when we come back.
We all do, though.
800-585-1051.
You ain't with your significant other right now, but I bet your phone right by your side. You definitely spend more time with your smartphone than you do your significant other.
But we're asking, is your smartphone better?
I mean, I can't have sex with my smartphone.
Yeah, how could your smartphone?
Have you tried?
You can watch porn on it.
He looked down. Why did you just look down?
I looked at that hole. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could.
All right.
I'm sure you can fit in that hole.
800-585-1051. Is your smartphone better than your man or your woman? Call us now. It's The Breakfast Club. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're asking, what's better, your smartphone or your spouse? 800-585-1051. Let's start with Angela Yee.
You already know, man. First of all, I don't have a spouse, but I would pick my boyfriend over my phone any day.
You got a boyfriend?
Yes.
Oh. What about you, Charlamagne?
My wife is beautiful. But what I'm saying is, smartphones are a huge part of our life. What do we all have on us right now?
Our smartphone.
Where your wife at? You don't even know. But you lose that phone, you're going to tear this room up looking for it. Okay?
But
all I'm saying is, smartphones are very essential to our well-being in life.
Well, listen, all I know is if my boyfriend was here and then all of a sudden he was gone and missing, I'd be more concerned about that than my phone.
I wouldn't, like right now, if my wife is gone for a couple hours, I'd be like, she's at the mall. But if my phone was gone for a couple hours.
No, but if she was supposed to be here and she was up here and you're like, where on earth did she go? And she was just missing. It's like if your phone was just missing.
I think maybe they went to the bathroom.
I'm just being realistic about the question. Because if you're home with your significant other, right?
Right.
And your significant other says, put your phone away and spend some time with me. It's hard to put this phone away. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Charlamagne be on the toilet on the phone.
But you can't hold your phone's hand. You can't kiss your phone. You can't cuddle with your phone.
You can do all that with your phone. It was weird, but you can do all that.
And we all cuddle with our phone. We sleep with it right next to us.
You can't have sex with your phone.
You definitely can't have sex with your phone.
And you shouldn't sleep with your phone because of radiation.
The radiation messes your brain.
Keep your phone away from your head.
Keep your phone 6 feet away from you.
Absolutely.
I learned that from Dr. Oz and Erykah Badu. Now, all I'm saying is it's very hard to put your phone down. That's all I'm saying. I know this question should be easy. It should be a no-brainer, but it's difficult.
No, it's not. Wife
not
all day. But let's go to the phone lines. 800.
Listen, don't get me wrong. Yes. But it's still a difficult task.
You seem like you're teeter-totter. Like you don't know. Like you might go one way one day, but then you might go.
Charlamagne is addicted to his phone. He's addicted to Twitter. And
right now he's addicted to Cardi B.
I love Cardi B.
All right, so let me ask you a question, right?
I can do all things through Cardi B, who scrimps me.
Even on the weekend, I barely use my phone.
Watch Cardi B for a week or your wife for a day. Which one would you take?
Take the wife. That's not even a question. I can catch up on all Cardi B's videos the next week.
Stop it.
They're going to be here. Right? Cardi B's going to be on Uncommon Sense tonight at 11 p.m. on MTV2, by the way.
800-585-1051. Hello, who's this?
This is the King of Africa. How you guys doing?
The King of Africa?
The King of Africa.
Yeah.
How you the King of Africa, bro?
We're talking smartphones and...
Everybody knows Akon's the King of Africa.
Your man or your woman?
First of all, let me just say I love you guys. DJ Envy, I'm a big fan of yours. Charlamagne, I love you. Angela Yee, you need to have my baby, okay?
Okay.
But I would choose my woman any day over the smartphone. There's just technology. They don't have pum-pum or whatever. Your woman, you can always go there and, get some whatever you want.
and then you from Africa, so you can have more than one woman. There's really no need for you to have more than one phone.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's why I keep saying polygamy is the solution to America's problem.
I agree with you, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
God bless you. May Kirk Franklin rain down on you this Christmas and give you everything you want.
Hello, who's this?
Josie.
Hey, Josie, we're talking about what's better, your smartphone or your man?
My man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You could go a day without your man, but can you go a day without your smartphone?
I go a year without my phone.
She'd rather have her man. That's how it's supposed to be.
There you go, Mama.
Yeah, but your man don't know how to make good memes.
Shut up. Your man. Hello, who's this?
KB from Atlanta.
Would you rather have your smartphone or your girl?
I take my smartphone over the girl I'm dealing
Whoa.
with.
Oh, man.
Over the girl you're dealing with now? Why? What's wrong with her?
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more entertained by my smartphone, for real.
I'm telling you.
That is crazy.
I can't watch Cardi B videos in my girl's eyes.
No, stop it.
Yeah, it's like, sometimes you, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever it may be, I just find myself being more entertained by my phone.
Word up. Do you know how much the smartphone brings couples together? Because you can look and be like, baby, look at this meme. Look at Bow Wow playing himself about the dab. You see what Cardi B just posted? Like that, we laugh over the smartphone.
All right. Well, 800-585-1051. What would you rather have, your smartphone or your girl or your man? What's better? Call us now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, we're taking your calls. We're asking what is better, your smartphone or your man or your girl. Well, let's ask Yee again. Yee?
My man, of course. I don't mind
You got a
going.
man, Yee?
Yeah, and I don't mind going without my phone. As a matter of fact, there's been times that I lost my phone. I didn't have my phone for like 3 or 4 days. It actually was pretty nice to be out of touch with everybody.
I'm with you. I'd rather my wife all day, every day. Even though the smartphone is entertaining, my wife is way more entertaining than any smartphone.
Right.
What about you, Charlamagne?
This shouldn't be such a tough decision, but it is.
Now, come on, Charlamagne. You like Cardi B.
I love my wife. But what I'm saying is we spend so much time with our phones. Now, ask yourself this, because this is a true question.
Okay.
We all need a break from our significant other. That's why we got man caves. That's why we go out and spend guy time.
Right.
When have you ever felt like you need a break from your phone? That's all I'm saying. Right.
Well, I think it depends on your situation. You guys live. What if you have a long-distance relationship? The person's not around much. I'd rather spend time with my man than with my phone.
I don't know about that. I'm talking about if you with your woman every day, just live with her, you got kids.
Right, that's your situation.
Like, I like the phone, and the phone keeps you entertained. Like, if
your wife doesn't keep you entertained?
If we're not watching TV, she's showing me something that's on Facebook or something.
Your phone or your wife?
I'm going to definitely pick my wife because the phone can't watch the kids. So I'm going to definitely
But when they figure out an app that can watch the kids, you going to pick the phone?
No, I'm going to still pick my wife because I'm a loyal guy.
No.
And
I'm
she
just saying,
listens.
it shouldn't be such a tough decision. That's all I'm saying.
Hello,
Not a tough decision.
Yeah, what's the word? What's the word?
You picking your phone or your spouse?
My phone, because first of all,
Whoa.
I can call the weed man from my phone. If I got any problems, I can call the little homies, the little shooters from my phone.
True.
But yeah, I mean, it's more convenient.
First of all, I don't want no woman to have you as a man because you're still in the drug game and you're still calling up shooters.
Yeah, that's it.
She's going to end up catching a conspiracy charge messing with you. So.
Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Yo, your phone or your lady?
My phone, bro.
Oh, my gosh. Y'all got to do better.
Why?
Because I have sex with my phone.
What?
You watch porn on it?
What app is that, sir?
What app is
I
that?
have sex with it.
You have two phones and you...
eligible for an upgrade. I put my old phone and my new phone on top of my penis.
I know it, two
and started
phones.
rubbing up and down.
Really?
That sounds a little painful, though.
Really?
Is that an iPhone or a Droid?
Yeah, no.
And I ejaculated on my iPad.
Oh,
Wow.
he put a lot of thought and effort into that.
Well,
He
okay.
deserves his phone.
His phones are his girls.
I mean, his phone deserves
He had a
video.
menage with his phones.
Hello, who's this?
It's so big.
Hey, mama, your phone or your...
Man.
My man.
There we go.
All right, mama, thank you.
I like that all the guys are saying they'd rather have their phone and all the women are saying they'd rather have their man.
That's because women are way more loyal than guys.
Hello, who's this?
What's up? This is Don from Atlanta.
Don, would you rather have your phone or your lady?
I'd rather have my phone.
Oh, my gosh.
Why?
Every time we together, all she want to talk about is the problems that she's having at her job. I can just be on the phone and look up some news and stuff that I want to know.
Okay.
Yeah, we're moving into a virtual world. Nobody cares about actual reality. Forget having some real breasts in your face. I'd rather go online and look at some breasts on my smartphone.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
What's the moral of the story, guys?
The moral of the story is we really need to think about this a little deeper because there's a lot of things that you would not be able to do without your cell phone. You wouldn't know what time it was.
True.
You can wear a watch.
You wouldn't know a single phone number.
That's true.
You wouldn't know what date it is.
True.
You wouldn't be able to wake up in the morning because it's your alarm clock.
You're right.
What about when you're in the dark? What's the first thing you do in the dark?
You get your light.
You grab your phone from your light.
I have a flashlight.
It's a lot of things.
I have flashlights all over my house, and I have candles.
Yeah.
And I tell you, as long as I have my laptop, it would be harder for me to not have my laptop than my phone.
But you know what? Even navigation, I use my phone for navigation.
I don't. I use my navigation for navigation.
Hey, man. You got to get you a real well-versed woman. Is your woman smarter than your phone should be the question. Exactly. That you think about it. But I like pom-pom, so I ain't going nowhere until they figure out a way for me to have sex with my phone. As soon as they figure out a way for me to have sex with my phone.
We just called up here and told you how.
It might be some problems in the household, for real.
All right, we got rumors coming up.
Yes, we're going to talk about Drake and Hotline Bling and Grammy nominations. What happened there? Also, Rick Ross got somebody arrested, and Bow Wow versus Rich the Kid and the Migos and the world.
All right, all that when we come back. Keep it locked. Let's talk about Hotline Bling.
Listen up. It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, a lot of people were wondering, how did Hotline Bling not get nominated for a Grammy? It did meet the qualifications in order to be submitted, but it says that there was a clerical error on the part of Cash Money. They did not submit the song. Therefore, Hotline Bling was not nominated.
Why would you not submit Hotline Bling?
It was a clerical error on the part of Cash Money.
Well, they don't have an office, so why would they have a staff to do things like that?
According to Trick Daddy, I don't know whether or not they have an office.
They ain't got no.
That's what he said.
How you gonna have a clerical error and ain't no staff?
All right, so yeah, I mean, he did get nominated for 5 Grammys, but that definitely should have been up there. That was probably his biggest song.
Little Twist, do your damn job and mail in the records. Okay, you got one job.
All right, now let's discuss Rick Ross. I guess somebody was at his house. This guy, Jay Luciano, he hopped his fence and he took photos and videos of himself on the ground. I don't know if you guys saw those pictures that he took and those videos that he took of himself, but he actually got a call from Rick Ross's lawyer. They wanted to set up a meeting at his office, so he went over there thinking it was going to be his big break because he's a rapper, and that's when the cops got him. So there it is. They set him up. Look at him on Revolt TV posing it at Rick Ross's house after trespassing. He had
But is it trespassing if you got invited over?
No, he hopped the fence. He hopped the fence
previously, so they set him up by saying that Rick Ross wanted to meet with him.
No, then he hopped the fence again and left his mixtape on the front porch.
Right, he left his mixtape.
So they called him and said, oh, yeah, we want to do a deal, and arrested his ass.
And that was that.
Mercy.
And he got bailed out for $3,500. He was charged with misdemeanor criminal trespassing.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it should be a consolation prize for him or something.
What?
Like if you hopped the fence just to leave your mixtape. Yeah, you got.
But the problem, I think, was more of him taking the pictures.
Invasion of privacy
on his property, trying to be cute, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Bow Wow versus The Dab, The World, and Rich the Kid and Amigos. Now, Bow Wow posted this video.
I don't know about Wow. I know Shad Moss. Who's Bow Wow?
Bow Wow posted this video talking about the origins of the dab.
The whole world dabbing, and they don't even understand or even know what dab is. First of all, dab is a strong way to smoke marijuana, right? It's the purest form of marijuana. It's extremely strong. So the dance comes from when you smoke and you cough, and the first thing you do is...
All right. I don't know if that's true, because I know I've seen Rich the Kid dabbing, I've seen Migos dabbing and all that. So Rich the Kid responded, somebody please tell Bow Wow STFU, because that is not where the dab came from. Effing clown. And Bow Wow responded to him and the Migos, because the Migos reposted that and put clown ass. Bow Wow said, go first and get you a stylist, then we can talk. Fake ass Yin Yang twins. And he deleted that tweet, but you know, everybody was going in on him because clearly that's not where the dab came from.
So where did the dab come from? I thought the Migos created it, they said.
Right.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to the Migos and Rich the Kid about the dab before I listen to Bow Wow.
He's a little late on it.
And I don't even know Bow Wow. I know Shad Moss. Say his name. His name is Shad Moss.
Migos said Bow Wow must have got a little too high this morning. And that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Charlamagne!
Hi.
Who are you giving that donkey to?
I need Shad Moss to come to the front of the congregation.
Bow Wow?
Bow Wow?
I don't know him. We'd like to have a word with Shad Moss. Please, Shad. Let's talk, my guy.
All right.
Take a break from CSI Cyber for a second. I know that check is great, but let's talk for a second.
All right. When we come back, Charlamagne's giving Donkey a day to Bow Wow. Keep it locked.
Shad Moss.
All right. It's the Breakfast Local Market.
I was born a donkey. It's the donkey of the day. these donkeys. Bunch of jackasses. That's time for the donkey of the day.
That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil.
The Breakfast Club.
Hi.
Hello.
Donkey today for Wednesday, December 9th goes to Shad Moss. You know Shad Moss, the artist formerly known as Bow Wow. His Bow Wow days are long behind him. He is Shad Moss, actor on CSI Cyber, now on CBS. That's a great check, I'm sure. Get your money, Mr. Moss. Shad is also the same guy who looks down on things like the TV show Empire. Now, since he's up there getting that CBS money, remember last time I gave him Donkey today because he said he would have turned down any role he was offered on Empire because it's filled with stereotypes about black people. Mm-hmm. Never mind the fact nobody asked him to be on it. Mm-hmm. He just offered that info. But Bow Wow, I guess after receiving backlash from that, has decided to get back to his hip-hop roots. He decided to get back in these streets, okay? So yesterday he decided to inform America on the origins of the dab. Let's hear it.
The whole world dabbing and they don't even understand or even know what dab is. First of all, dab is a strong way to smoke marijuana, right? It's the purest form of marijuana. It's extremely strong. So the dance comes from when you smoke and you cough and the first thing you do is...
Shad Moss. Mr. Moss. Senior Moss. You've been on the set of CSI too long, okay? Why do people speak on things they have no knowledge of with such confidence? You sound as out of touch as Chris Carter did. Let's hear this one. Remember this?
Well, the first part you have to do is just put your arm up and your elbow up, and you put your face into your. That's called bapping. Mm-hmm. All right, Kendrick Lamar, a lot of other people. Everyone is
right.
Okay.
Right.
Now at the end they do like a little C or something. They add a little stuff to it. So he was waving on him, then he bapped on him and told him, "Hey fool, tackle me out there because I'm in the end zone. You can't do nothing now." So that kind of sums it up. It's a little urban. It's dancing.
Same level of out of touchness as Chris Carter. Like Shad, did you consult anyone before you came up with your explanation? How many white people have you misinformed about the dab on the set of CSI? Okay, white people don't listen to Shad Moss's explanation of the dab. You're going to sound dumb as hell at the holiday party using that explanation. If you go around telling people that's what the dab is, that's the equivalent of telling people Taraji P. Henson's character on Empire is named Biscuit. You will sound like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Rich the Kid and the Migos are well versed in the dab, and they all chimed in on what Bow Wow had to say. The Migos retweeted the video and said, "Clown ass." Rich the Kid said, "Somebody please tell Bow Wow shut the F up because that is not where the dab came from, F and clown." Migos also tweeted, "Bow Wow must have got a little too high this morning." Well, first of all, stop calling him Bow Wow. His name is Shad. Say his name, okay? Shad Moss threw a shot back. He told the Migos, "Go gold first and get you a stylist, then we can talk, you fake-ass yin-yang twins." Chad, how are you mad at the Migos because you was wrong? You got on social media and said this.
The whole world dabbing and they don't even understand or even know what dab is. First of all, dab is a strong way to smoke marijuana, right? It's the purest form of marijuana. It's extremely strong. So the dance comes from when you smoke and you cough and the first thing you do is...
Your first line was the whole world dabbing and they don't even know what the dab is. Well, you a part of that whole world, okay? You a part of that whole world because you clearly don't know what the dab is either. Shad, listen to me. Don't go chasing dabbing. Just stick to the roll bounces and the like mics that you used to. Please give Shad Moss the biggest hee-haw, please.
And there you have it.
Maybe he meant babbing.
I think people like dabbing because it's a really simple dance that everybody can do also.
He might have been trying to explain bapping. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm going to roll with that.
Yeah.
Bow Wow was trying to explain bapping. Mm-hmm. Bow Wow, bapping is something that him and Chris Carter do.
All right.
And he just did some drugs and dabbed.
The bat.
Stop calling him Bow Wow. He's a grown-ass man. Call him Shad Moss.
Why can't Bow Wow be grown?
His name is Shad Moss.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
We took the little off of Bow Wow. He's just Bow Wow.
Shad.
Now, when we come back, ask Yee if you need relationship advice. 800-585-1051. You can ask Yee anything, any relationship problems you have. Phone lines are wide open. Call her up. She'll put you on the air and solve your problems. All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask Yee. Hello, who's this?
This is Eric.
Eric, what's your question for Yee, bro?
Man, I never really been in a relationship, and I'm just struggling trying to get with somebody. I need to find out what I need to do.
How old are you?
19.
Okay, so you're only 19 years old. There's a lot of people at 19 years old who have never been in a relationship before, so don't feel like you're strange for that. Have you ever had phone conversations or gone on a date?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been out with women, you just never had an actual girlfriend.
Right.
What makes you want one right now?
It's just, I see everybody else having them.
I knew that's what you were going to say. Your other friends are in relationships, so you feel like you need to be in one too.
Yeah, almost.
Almost. All right, well, listen, you cannot just go and do it just to do it. I think one thing I will say for somebody like yourself, if it's something that you really want to pursue, is online dating is probably a good option. And there's a lot of apps out there as well that you can use if you want to meet some people who are trying to get in relationships also. That way everything is out on the table. You can see if people just want casual relationships or if people are looking to get into a serious relationship. So have you ever tried online dating?
Nah, I've always thought that was,
It was what?
one of those weird things.
It's not really a weird thing. You know, there's a lot of people that are getting married and doing online dating because it's actually a great way to do it. You get to see what somebody looks like. You can have conversations with them, FaceTime them. You can know all kinds of information about them before you even have to, go out with them. That way you know if somebody's compatible, hopefully. I mean, everything is a gamble. Everything's a risk, but you should try that.
Okay.
If that's something you really want to do. And is there anybody that you've dated before that you like as more than just a, hang out with person?
Not really.
Okay. Well, don't rush it and don't just try to get in a relationship just because your friends are. But if it's something that you really want to consider doing, then I feel like try some online dating. It's not, trust me, it's not lame.
Thank you.
All right. He's only 19.
Ask Yee, 800-585-1051. If you got a question for Yee, you can call her right now. Hit her up or you can email her, breakfastclubam@gmail.com. We're in the middle of Ask Yee. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany, what's your question for Yee?
Well, my question is, was it wrong for me to put my friendship on hold because my friend had sex with my cousin and then kind of started acting like she didn't know me?
So you didn't put your friendship on hold, your friend did?
I put it on hold.
But you said she started acting like she didn't know you.
Yeah, she started acting like she didn't know me after she started smashing my cousin and driving down here like 4 or 5 times to smash my cousin. Then she started acting like, oh, I don't want to really hang out with you because I'm only here for your cousin.
All right, so she kind of kicked you to the curb because she started messing with your cousin. It seems like that's probably not your real friend. How long have y'all known each other?
We've known each other for 6 years. We deployed together. We are good friends. She named her goddaughter after me. And we're really good friends, and I was kind of hesitant to, but it's listen. And then when my cousin started doing her wrong, she started trying to get mad, and I always give these girls a disclaimer before they start dealing with my cousin.
It ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right. It ain't got nothing to do with me. If he smash and leave, I told you he might do that, so don't get mad.
Well, you know what? You need to have a conversation. Maybe she felt awkward being around you while she was dating your cousin, but that's very immature, and a true friend wouldn't feel like that. Maybe she didn't want to put you in the middle of it, so therefore she just backed away so you wouldn't feel, maybe she thought you felt awkward. Have y'all ever discussed why she stopped messing with you?
Well, we've talked about it. She's the kind of person that shuts down, and she don't like a lot of real, truth when it comes to, a conversation. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, we talked about, what are you gonna just come out here and just act like you're gonna be underneath my cousin the whole time? But she doesn't talk. She just sits there and look at you. So she had already been traumatized by the time we had this conversation.
Yeah, it sounds pretty corny. Well, I would say this, blood is always thicker than water. That's your cousin, and that's always going to be your cousin. But sometimes people show their true colors, and you find out who they really are. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Sometimes you also outgrow your friends. Maybe her maturity level is not on the same level as yours. That don't mean that y'all ain't got to be friends at all, but it just means that you have to know what category to put her in, as in somebody that we cool, but it ain't like that.
Okay, most definitely. I'll keep that in my head.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with that. You don't gotta be friends with everybody just because y'all known each other for 6 years and was deployed together, et cetera, et cetera. Y'all could be like, okay, we cool, but you ain't gotta be best of friends. It's all good. You can't force it.
Right. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Send us a picture of your cousin, though.
Charlamagne, stop being mean. All right.
I love you.
Love you too, Charlamagne.
All right. Ask Yee, 800-585-1051. Now, Yee.
Yes, DJ Envy.
We got rumors coming up?
Yes, find out who just reviewed Kanye West's new album. I'll give you a hint. He did it from the hospital. Okay. Also, Kerry Washington, there were some rumors that her and her husband were on the rocks. We'll tell you what's happening.
All right, all that and more. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne and Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now let's get to the rumors. We're talking LeBron James.
Listen up. This just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, we told you about LeBron's lifetime deal with Nike. How much is that worth? There was a lot of speculation. Some numbers were thrown out there. Somebody said it was going to be between $400,000 and $500,000.
$500,000.
I mean, $400 and $500 million.
What the hell, Ron? LeBron need to fire his agent, his manager, everybody.
$400 and $500 million. But what they are saying now, a person, and this is according to Sam Amick, he works for NBA Insider, USA Today Sports. He said on the annual earnings from a person with knowledge puts the figure north of $30 million annually. It's a lifetime deal, and he's 30 years old, so you can figure out.
So $30 million for the rest of his life.
Annually.
God bless that brother, man.
More than that.
Drop
annually.
one of Clues bombs for that kind of business going on in America.
That's crazy.
You don't need a headline when you're making that kind of money. You can make all the headline jokes about me all you want. What the hell I need a headline for if I'm making $30 million a year for the rest of my life?
More than that, by the way, annually. He said more than $30 million annually. Okay, Lamar Odom. He was in the hospital still, but he's feeling better. And apparently Kanye went and played his new album for him. All right, check out what Kim Kardashian had to say about that.
No, we did visit Lamar today, and we played him his new album. And then when I was done, I said, "Did you like the music?" And he said, "We loved it."
So,
I don't know if Lamar's in the best condition to critique music right now.
Well, you know, that's still nice. I'm sure he was excited. They posted some pictures of him. He looked really happy and, you know, whatever. So that's a nice gesture at least. Probably made him feel better to hear some new music. And Bootsy, by the way, is cancer-free. He did say that he went and got his cancer removed from his kidney and the surgery went well. So he thanks
Drop
everybody.
one of Clues bombs for badass, damn it.
Bootsy Badass.
Glad to hear that. Salute to Bootsy.
All right, and Iggy Azalea versus Erykah Badu. Now, Erykah Badu, as you know, was on the Soul Train Awards. She was hosting that, and she made a little joke about Iggy, saying that she definitely doesn't do hip-hop, so she's welcome to come. She was going to send her an Uber. Well, Iggy replied on Twitter saying that people discredit her accomplishments. Well, Erykah Badu posted this message.
You know what? I want to do this for my daughters. I want to apologize to Iggy Azalea because she's one of their favorite artists. And they listen to her all the time, you know, and it's for them. But when I really think about it, I mean, if y'all love her so much, won't y'all go be with her then? Go be with her, y'all. Go on, Puma. Go on, Mars. Is Iggy Azalea going to miss the healing seminar to go up to the school, sit across from the teacher so she can tell you that all y'all been doing is talking to your neighbor, not getting your lesson? Is she? Where's Iggy for that?
Salute to Erykah Badu.
Was that an apology?
Nope.
No, that wasn't an apology. She don't need to apologize. She made a joke. Why do I got to apologize for a joke?
Iggy took it as an apology, and she posted a letter. Hey, Erykah, tell the kids I'm a big fan of Mom. Even if we don't agree where to file my music in their iTunes folder. I'm going to announce a new tour soon. If they do great in class, there's officially an open invitation extended to them and friends with good report cards to come and enjoy a show anytime. I'm 100% a woman of my word, and I appreciate the apology.
Can you imagine if Iggy would have tweeted out F you and your head wraps? Ooh, they'd have ran her off Twitter.
You should do a fake retweet.
No, I'm not doing that. I would never
You've
do
done
that.
that before.
I would never do that to the hip hop legend Iggy Azalea. Okay?
Stop saying legend.
I will never do that to the hip hop legend Iggy Azalea.
Well, that is your rumor report. I'm Angela
Iggy come
Yee.
back and snatch y'all wigs, boy. Snatch y'all head wraps.
That is your rumor report.
Wait till
I'm
Iggy
Angela
come back
Yee.
and snatch y'all head wraps.
Close it out. Envy.
All right, thank you, Ms. Yee. All right, now when we come back, we got the People's Choice Mix. You want to hear something? 800-585-1051. I'm starting to mix off with that new Iggy Azalea, all right? So 800-5...
Fire.
I'm lying.
It's called F your head wrap. And your natural. And your shea butter and pink lotion.
Breakfast Club, good boy.
So I was trying to explain Bappin.
Mm-hmm.
Bappin is something that him and Chris Carter do.
All right.
And he just did some drugs and dabbed.
Bapped.
Stop calling him Bow Wow. He's a grown ass man. Call him Shad Moss.
Why can't Bow Wow be grown?
His name is Shad Moss.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
We took the little off of Bow Wow. He's just Bow Wow.
Shad.
When we come back, we got the positive note. Don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. A bitch better have my money.
Rihanna, if that girl ain't paid you yet, you ain't never getting that bread.
Never getting that bread.
Okay, stop it.
You gotta take her to People's Court.
It's over.
All right.
You better have that damn album. How about that? How about bitch better have my album, Rihanna? When that album dropping? Anti or anti?
Anti.
Anti?
Yeah.
You sure it's anti? You sure it ain't anti?
Anti like Annie up, but anti is like against.
Okay.
All right, well, tomorrow we got a surprise for you. Throwback Thursday.
Tomorrow is Throwback Thursday. You better go tell your mamas and grandmas that tomorrow on the Breakfast Club for Throwback Thursday.
I got to do this one.
We got seasoning.
We got salt and pepper. Envy, do what you got to do.
Salt and pepper's here.
Push it.
Salt and pepper's here.
You know I'm excited.
Kids, if you don't know who Salt and Pepper is, you're going to get a history lesson tomorrow. I guarantee your mama and your grandma is excited as hell right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, so tomorrow morning, tune in Salt and Pepper, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with Salt and Pepper. Charlamagne, leave us on a positive note.
Well, first of all, I want to tell y'all that my show, Uncommon Sense, it was only supposed to be on for 8 episodes this year, but it ended up being on for like 5-6 months. It comes back in February, but tonight is the fall finale. Did I say that right?
Yes.
The fall finale.
Hey.
We have my guy Taxstone. We have Letty Martinez, radio personality from LA. We have Chico Bean, and we have Ghetto America's sweetheart, one of my favorite people in the world right now, Miss Cardi B, will be on Uncommon Sense tonight at 11 p.m. So tune in for our fall finale.
Yeah.
Empire ain't on, so you're going to need some black people in your life. So after Blackish, you turn over to us, and we'll give you your fill of Negroism on a Wednesday night.
Is that a word?
It is now.
All right.
Now, positive note.
Give it to us.
Work hard in silence. Let success make the noise.
Breakfast Club, bitches. Club, good morning. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. Caller 105 right now, 800-585-1051. You get a $250 gift certificate in honor of PC Richard & Son's 106th birthday, and that goes through December 11th. All right, if you want more information, visit power1051fm.com, keyword 105 for details, and we'll see you tomorrow. It's supposed to be a beautiful day in the city, 58 degrees, 60 tomorrow. I'm excited. My tree is up. You guys put your trees up?
I'm not going to be here for Christmas, but I did get 2 little gold Christmas trees that I put in the window.
Okay. What about you, Charlamagne?
No, I didn't put my tree up because I'm actually going to spend Christmas in South Carolina this year, which I never do.
I'm going to be in Montserrat.
There you go. We all going back to our home country.
We're going back to our homes.
Your home country, South Carolina?
Yes. That's my native land.
He's country.
Okay.
And listen, I want everybody to watch Uncommon Sense tonight at 11 p.m. on MTV2. Thank you for everybody that's been riding with us. We was only supposed to have 8 episodes this year, and we ended up being on for more than 6 months. And it's coming back in February. We're going on our fall finale.
And I just want to say one more thing. I'm glad you learned how to pronounce finale.
Yes, I did.
Well, you know what? You guys,
it took years. It's been 5 years since we've been doing the Breakfast Club, and it took 5 years for him to say finale instead of finale.
I want to invite you guys to my house for Christmas, guys.
Because you know we're not going to be here?
Yeah, well, I invited you. So.
You know what? I'm going to come back for it.
Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's the Breakfast Club of Power 105.1 Home with Angie Martinez. Pro Style is next.